There again, everybody. Welcome back. Hello, and welcome back to this long overdue update on my ketamine addiction. Just getting straight into it now, aren't we? No more BS. And yes, Charlie's back. I know lots of you missed him in the last ShedTalk extravaganza. He's very, very happy to be here, as you can see. And yeah, everyone was like, why does your dog shake so much? It's just what he does. Some dogs are just wired up in really bizarre ways, aren't they? And this is a very bizarre animal, as you can see. But anyway, it's not about you today, unfortunately. Well, there he goes. So, right, long overdue update on where I am in my addiction journey. The first part was really about where it all began, my experiences with the substance and how everything just got out of control. Calm down, lad. So the second part was about the cramps, which is something that I experienced quite deep into the addiction last year, where basically what happens is there's a lot of different interpretations of what is going on. I'm not an expert, like I must reiterate in all of these videos. I'm just a guy on YouTube, really. At the end of the day, I don't have all the answers. Lots more information you can find out yourself online, but from what I understand, the acidity of ketamine when consumed intranasally, which often results in drip back going into your stomach, but not just that, the actual literal absorption of ketamine will process through your liver and then affect your gallbladder. So not only are you going to damage your liver, you're also affecting your gallbladder, and people are confused whether it's some form of like a gas build-up or whether the acidity makes your gallbladder inflamed. I think I veer to the latter explanation, because I've noticed that even after these cramps have subsided, when I sort of eat fatty foods, even healthy fatty foods like avocados, it can actually trigger it again. Which is really not the one. It's one of the worst pains I've ever experienced in my life. I've actually had them 4 times now, and very much the last time I had them was the point where I just thought, this cannot go on any longer, because I had it and then it's literally the worst pain ever for an hour, and then quickly afterwards you're like, right, I'm never doing that again. But we know what the ego mind is like. It loves to rationalise its okay, it's clearly too intense for him. We'll move over here to make it more interesting. He obviously didn't choose love, did he? Choose life. Choose dog. Right, I need to redial now. What was I saying? Right, so basically, last time I had cramps, I thought, alright, okay, this is it, this is the end, I'm never doing it ever again. And just as a reminder, once again, to really redial my life back into the normal state of being and not destroy myself with this what is a beautiful substance and that can be used wisely and safely if the chemical doesn't get a hold of you, which for many people it will do, especially if I have an erratic sort of ADHD type mind. I find it's one of the only things that calms me down, like on a level, and also it's super psychedelic and spiritual. So in a sense, I did get lost in the thing I was talking about in the Can You Get Addicted to Psychedelics video, where I was getting addicted to the escapism that ketamine was giving me, which is really a toxic rabbit hole that you'll fall deeper and deeper down into if you continue to do it habitually. Because I was doing it every day in my worst moments, probably like a 0.5 grams a day, so about an 1/8 a week, which is really bad. The thing is, what's really mad about it is you go on like the ketamine addiction subreddit and there's people who could do like 14 grams in a weekend or something. So it's like, this is just how dark and depressing the addiction to this substance can get. It can be so moreish for the people it works with, especially if you've got traumas and things you're wanting to suppress, because it really, if it works for you, it's the best thing for suppressing these traumatic experiences and things that you don't want to fess up to in your own life. And we all know that the only way to process trauma and overcome it is to go deep within, integrate the shadow, work on yourself. And whilst you can do that with ketamine, if you use it sparingly, wisely and consciously, in a mature fashion, if you lose yourself on it, it just exacerbates all of your problems. Funnily enough, in that first video, I remember watching it back, I said, oh, ketamine affects your short-term memory. And then I said it 3 times in the video. So that was quite an amusing case study, that video, of how much it actually was frying my brain. But the main topic of today is the fact that I'm actually on the road to recovery big time. Obviously, I must be honest with myself that relapses do happen, but there's a key difference now when I relapse, because in a sense it's a very, very, like, it's a nano lapse in a sense. When I do get it, I literally just have a bit, and then I'm like, I have the moment of clarity where sort of like my higher self is like, oh Vivec, what the fuck are you doing? And Vivec, in his shadow Vivec, he's like, nah, I'll continue doing it, it's alright, I'll be fine this time. And that's never the case. Charlie, where are you going? Get back up here. Come on, lad. Come on, lad. He's back. So the shadow Vivec entity, the devil within me, was like, no, I can do it. I don't have to change. I can maintain this destructive behaviour for my own pleasure. What's funny is it actually hurts the ego. It actually hurts it because the ego is contained within the body. It's hurting the body with which it operates from. So it's just a losing game. But when you, surely that's not comfortable. So when you're doing anything in a habitual sense, the reason the ego doesn't want to let it go is because letting go of a habit requires the ego and yourself to change, which obviously in the long run is amazing for you, it's great for you, it's what your highest self wants. But the ego just loves to stay in homeostasis. It loves to just be like, loves to stay at that level. It doesn't want to change, because change almost requires the death of aspects of it, because the death of it induces a, I'm covered in hairs now. He's mad at him. The death of aspects of the ego means a rebirth in a greater way, but yeah, it loves to tether you back to this sad state of no change and no growth. And yeah, you've really got to get a hold of it, and now I can very much confirm that I'm getting a hold of it. And the main thing, this is my main advice to anyone who is addicted to ketamine or any drug in general, but especially for ketamine for me, is like, right, you love this dissociation stuff, you love to like detach your mind from reality so that you just I can't stop looking at him, he's doing so much weird stuff behind the scenes. You obviously like to distract, not even distract yourself, but like let go, because in a sense ketamine was great for me because it allowed me to say, I'd watch a film and there'd be no monkey chatter in my mind. I'd just be like completely tuned in, zoned into it, and it would allow me to just like lie in my bed and just listen to music without having to be like, oh, I need to look at my phone, I need the next dopamine release, which I guess this is a problem indicative of our like modern culture as well, not just like my own mind, but yeah, it's something that I think a lot of young people deal with, and probably why it appeals to so many people in the UK as well, because I think for how uniquely wired up everyone is, we also have a big part of this like national community, global community as well, but especially in terms of the UK, the national community of young people. And yeah, ketamine really does seem to be the drug of choice for especially ravers, who oftentimes do have ADHD and neurodivergence, and the ketamine allows them to have a break from that. But you can't justify doing it every day because of the effects it has on your brain. These lesions or something. It's suspected that constant ketamine use over the years may actually induce some serious neurodegenerative disorders, even possibly Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Don't take that for as gospel. This is just me recycling some stuff I've heard online. 100% don't be telling that to people, because I don't know if that's the truth, but there's people suspect it if you go on the ketamine subreddit. So I'm just sharing what I've heard. But there definitely is, for me personally, on a level, tapping into my body, it's having an effect on my brain, 100%. Think of how much stress it's putting on, say, like NMDA receptors and like GABA receptors and whatever else it affects. Like surely, just overloading that all the time can't be good for you in the long run at all. But the main thing that you notice, and even before the bladder gets a problem, that gallbladder and the liver, that is going to be a serious issue. But another thing for me is the energy. It's making me so fatigued, so tired. I'm sorry about that. The camera just overheated. It's seriously humid right now. You know, it's blowing a gale outside. Right, where was I? Something about Ket, probably. So yeah, I'm on the road to recovery now. Like I say, every time I do relapse, in a sense, it's in a very, very minor, in a minor incident where like I get a little bit of it, like a .5 or whatever, and then I'll have a bit and then I'll just throw it away in a moment of clarity, and I make sure I can't get to it again, like putting it in the bin and then doing the seriously nitty, devilish thing of the day after, being like, no, yeah, I'll be able to extract a bit from the bin, won't I? I'm like, right. I know what I'm like. I know that my ego mind comes into full swing the day after, and it thinks it can continue this destructive behaviour. So I just 100% get control of myself, tap into like my higher level of consciousness. I'm like, right, you'll thank yourself later for this. Pour it down the toilet. So just to prevent this destructive stuff from happening to my body, but also I just don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to be strung on living life through this substance. I know I don't need it. I know that I can enjoy myself. In fact, the past few days, the past week have really just been like solidifying myself back, because obviously I'm 100% recovering, but then there'll just be like, moments of madness where it'll happen, maybe at a rave or a festival or something. And now I have the willpower to not keep it going into the next day, the day after that, and then go back to square one. And now I've got control of myself, very much so. But I'm not recovered. I'm recovering. And and also it must be said that part of the journey of recovery does mean that sometimes you will have dark days. The pendulum can swing back and forth. You've just really got to tap into the dark moments that the ketamine or any drug is giving you, when you feel like you need to do it again. You're like, do I really want to experience K-cramps again and damage my gallbladder further, essentially making them worse and worse? No, I don't. I want to be healthy. Right, my camera keeps overheating in the summer house. So the ShedTalk has officially migrated to the cave talk. This is my room. Funky little picture up there. That's my finger. As you can see, you'll like this as well. Persona 5 bit of artwork. Right, that's not what the video is about. Definitely got something wrong with me, to be fair. So yeah, I'll be very pleased to know that I am doing much better, and I'm thinking of you guys so much that have reached out to me over the years in regards to your own addiction problems, especially in regards to ketamine. I know many of you have been very appreciative of me highlighting the severity of this addiction that not many people talk about, and I think people would downplay. I've had a lot of people even message me saying, oh, it's all in your head and you can't get addicted to ket, just because they can't, just because they can get over it and not find it taking over their lives. Just basically a lot of closed-minded people do get in contact with me on the regular, but they're a vocal minority. The majority of you are absolutely beautiful, and even the troubled, closed-minded people are beautiful as well. They just don't know it yet. I think a lot of their projection comes from a place of pain. And yeah, I just want to say that I understand anybody who's going through this journey, the ketamine addiction journey. Just I empathise and think of you all the time. You know who you are, anyone who's reached out to me about this. So yeah, just know that you've got to get a hold of this. You need to try and find something in your life that allows you to channel your energy into it in a positive manner. Oftentimes something creative, like a creative pursuit or a life purpose. Going travelling is another big one as well. Getting away from areas where you fall back into old habits. A lot of it for me is environment as well. I know for a fact when I go to Japan and do my travelling there, it'll sort of be the cap. It'll cap off my ketamine addiction journey, I think, and that's when I might possibly be fully recovered. I think, yeah, they often say that, oh, you're an addict for life, whatever, it never goes away, but I think you do, in a sense. Yeah, obviously it is always a part of you, but you start to get control of yourself, and yep, let's just be realistic. Say if I do relapse next year after getting back from Japan or something, let's hope that I can remember everything I went through and have the willpower just to let it be what it is, just one little dabble. Hopefully no dabbling at all, because hopefully I'll have the self-control not to do that. Obviously, yeah, to all you fellow ketamine connoisseurs that have dabbled far too much, and to the point where it's taken over your life, aka a cat addict. Make sure you message me on Instagram and reach out, because I'm always here to talk about it and help guide you. But some of my favourite conversations are with fellow sufferers of this addiction, because yeah, I'm really starting to encapsulate the whole journey of it and realise how to better myself, and hopefully help you guys do the same. I know it's hard, and you are in a dark place if you're addicted to anything, really. Obviously, you'll have moments of happiness, and probably I'm actually a very joyful person overall, but this addiction is dragging you down, and yeah, I get how it is. But we'll get better, 100%. You'll look back on this period of your life and be like, wow, that was the most extreme bit of character development I ever went through. Oftentimes, addicts look back on their past and experiences with anything that they were hooked on, and the actual ability to relinquish that and move on and grow is oftentimes regarded by them as the most constructive thing they ever went through, even though it was possibly the darkest and most painful. Yeah. Right, I'll end it there. I can't believe I had to go into the house. The summer house is outside. So many people think I live in that. I find that hilarious. I sort of should have probably not mentioned that, because I find it funny that people think I live in a wooden room. Yeah, just forget I said that. Anyway, I'll see you on the other side, guys. Thank you all for watching. Love you very much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. Follow us on Instagram. All that jazz. See you later. And don't forget to check out the Trip Sitters podcast with me and Tales from the Trip. There's another one going up today. So yeah, hasta la vista.